Hello everybody and welcome or welcome back to my channel if you are new here. Hi, welcome, come on in. My name is Millie and I post at least 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. Always cruelty free, affordable drugstore makeup reviews. That is what I do here. And one thing that I love doing, I have done so many of them so far this year, is a full day wear test for a new foundation. And that is what we're doing today. I have got this new one from Collection, with the caveat that I have seen nothing about this online, but I bought this on the Collection website. I was doing my browsing, as I do, as I'm sure you can imagine I do, considering the amount of makeup reviews that I do here. I was browsing, I was on the Collection website, and I was like, that looks different to how I remember it. And it says that this is a Hydra Boost anti-aging effect satin finish foundation, and actually on the Collection website it does say that this is new, so I'm like, maybe it's a reformulation. I don't actually know at the time of filming what is new about this, because they had one like this that I liked years ago. I haven't tried it in years, but it didn't have all of this writing on it. The lid was a slightly different colour and it certainly didn't say new on the Collection website. So we're going to be trying this today. Maybe by the time this video comes out we will have some more information from Collection about if this is actually new or not. Who knows? Have you seen this? Have you seen this out in the wild? Have you seen this in Boots or anything? Because I haven't, but I did get this on the Collection website, and like I say, it's got some extra claims that the old one didn't have. So on the bottle here, anti-age effect, satin finish, Hydra Boost, collagen peptide, hyaluronic acid, full coverage foundation. I got the shade 4W Extra Fair Warm. So we're going to be putting this on today. I'm going to be going about my day. I am unfortunately leaving the house today because it's my day off. I've got places to be, I've got errands to run, so we're going to be wearing this for a full hot and sweaty day today. I've already got my SPF on, which is the Bioma one, and let's just get on into this foundation. I don't know what to expect, so I've already given it a really good shake. It does say that you should, and I always get the same shade in Collection foundations. Ooh, she liquidy. Okay. Okay, so like I say, I've already got the Bioma SPF on. I put that on about 10 minutes ago, before I was so rudely attacked by a wasp. And when I say attacked, I mean it came into my room, I screamed, I opened my window and I left, and I'm hoping that it's gone. I don't like wasps, but I know this looks very pale, but it does match my body, because like I say, it is hot in the UK at the minute and I'm warm, so my face is red. But this is near enough a perfect shade match for me. I have always used the same shade. Maybe could have gone a slight little bit darker given it's summer, but we've gone for this one. I can always add bronzer. So let's have a look. I will zoom you in a sec. Let's get this blended over half of my face. Okay, it is sort of satiny. Okay, I like that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's full coverage, but like, it's a nice amount of coverage. It's cancelling out the redness in my face. Okay, let me do half and then I'll zoom you in and you can see the before and after. Okay, so that's the foundation all blended in just on that side. So that's the foundation and that's the before. So yeah, it is a real decent amount of coverage. I feel like this makes it look like it's not my shade, but like, I just wiped that that I put on there. I have such reactive skin, it always goes red whenever I touch my skin, but it is my shade, just take my word for it. It matches my neck. So before and after, it is softly glowy, but I do feel like it has set down. It's sunk in really nicely. It's a nice amount of coverage. It's like a medium coverage. It says on it full coverage, but like you can still see some of my freckles, like obviously the darker freckles you can still see. So let's go ahead and add the rest onto this side. I got 2 pumps on the back of my hand and that's getting, like, I'm going to use all of that, and I feel like this is as much coverage as you would be able to get with it. I would probably prefer it just with one pump and like blended right out to get more of a sheer layer, but let's see how we go. And in case you haven't seen any of my foundation reviews before, I do these like full day wear tests. I test these out over full days, usually at work, but like I say, just pottering around today. But I don't use any primer, I don't use any setting spray, I don't use any powder. I want to see how the foundation goes just completely by itself. I do feel like I have potentially applied, like I've used all of that, but I do feel like I have potentially applied more than maybe I usually would, especially just for a lazy day, but that's fine. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I feel like it's blending out nicely, it's sinking in nicely. I just feel like it's a lot of coverage, especially given how hot it is today. But let's blend this out so you can see, like, it matches my neck real nice. It is a very nice undertone for me. It's not too, like, I know it's the warm undertone, it's extra fair warm, but it's not too yellow. I do enjoy this shade. So it's still sinking in on that side, so it is still looking a little glowier, and obviously I used a sponge, so that will add in some glow as well, but that is how we are looking. I will just wipe that off the back of my hand because I don't want to get this all over my dress. Let's go ahead and put some concealer around my eyeballs. I'm going to go in with the matching shade in the Ultra Cover Concealer. Mine is broken, but that's fine. Just put a little bit around these dark circles because who is sleeping in this heat? Not me. So that is the concealer all blended out, and like I say, that was the same shade as the foundation. I need to just neaten up my brows. I went over those with the sponge, so just put a few more little hair-like strokes in the front here. Neaten up the tail. Then I'm going to do, I try, whenever I do these videos, I do try to use all of the same brand so that if you're wanting anything like directly from their website, you can get it all at the same time. I don't have a powder bronzer from Collection, so I'm just going to go in with this Emco one, which is the Summer Glow Bronzing Powder, and although this says Summer Glow, it's not incredibly glowy because I don't like to use anything too glowy. Again, so that we can see the actual finish of the foundation, like, by itself. I don't want anything that's gonna make this look glowier or make this look more matte. I just want something that's a natural sort of a finish, and that's exactly what this one is. Although it says glow, it is definitely just a natural sort of a finish. It's not incredibly glowy, so bronze myself up like so. And I just really like the shade of this one, and like I said, I didn't have a Collection powder bronzer. I have a liquid one, but I wanted to do powders today, so that's the bronzer. Then I do have a blush. This is the Soft Glow blush again, but it's not really glowy, in the shade Bashful. The packaging looks slightly different to this now. I have had this for millennia, so taking some of the blush, and I'm not going to do any sort of highlight for the same reasons, so that we can see how much glow is coming from the foundation without it being interfered with a highlight or anything like that. So wow, I've applied too much blush, haven't I? Who's surprised? So I've also taken that blush across my eyelids a little bit because I'm not going to be doing any sort of eyeshadow today. I'm going to go ahead, do some sort of liquid liner. What colour? I don't know. I'll figure that out. Mascara, eyeliner, some sort of lip product, and then I'll give you my first impression, but let me just finish up the rest of my face first. Okay, so that's the rest of the face done. It's been about 20 minutes. I went and did a little bit of doom scrolling. I had a glass of water. So it's the Crazy Purple Lady Made by Mitchell liquid liner, the MUA Stop the Search mascara, because it's going to be hotter than the Devil's Delicates today, and I need to be able to rely on my mascara. The lip liner is the Made by Mitchell SpongeBob lip liner, and the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo in Super Nude. So that is the rest of the face done. Like I say, it's been on like, the foundation's been on like 20 minutes. I feel like the glow is still coming through on the cheeks a little bit. I don't feel like it looks too glowy where like the middle of my face is looking too glowy. And obviously I haven't like powdered or anything, but I do feel like it is a nice sort of satiny finish. I like how it's looking. It does look nice and glowy, like nothing too crazy. I don't feel like it's so glowy that I feel like it's immediately going to slip off my face, but also it is going to go to 32 degrees today, so, and I'm going to be out and about. So brave of me. Yeah, that is how that is all looking. So the time is currently 8:48 in the morning, so I will see you in around about 10 hours, 10-12 hours, we will see, and we'll see how this is worn for a full day. But like I say, I just need you to know it's so hot and I'm leaving my house today, so if I look like a hot sweaty mess at the end of the day, I mean, I guarantee you I will look like a hot sweaty mess at the end of the day, because it's so hot. But I've warned you, so there we go. I'll see you in around about 12 hours. Okie dokie, so it is the end of the day. The time is currently 9:32 in the evening, and I realised I don't even think I mentioned what this foundation is. The point of this whole video, I don't think I mentioned earlier. I was just so desperate to get the foundation on and get the fan back on, but the foundation that I've been testing all day is the Collection Lasting Perfection Satin Finish Foundation. There we go, I've said it now. So it's been over 12 hours. Yeah, it was like 8 something this morning, wasn't it? I wish I could say it was a lie that I've slept since then. I had a little siesta, okay? It has been exceptionally warm today, and I've just been here, there and absolutely everywhere. So I am surprised at how good this foundation is looking, considering the day that I've had. It has been like 32 degrees all day. It's currently 29 degrees in my living room. So if that tells you the temperatures that we are dealing with in the UK at the minute, struggling, but like I'm surprised at how well this foundation is holding up. It's definitely looking shiny. It's definitely looking shiny like down the sides of my nose and like across my cheeks a little bit, but even like across my forehead, it's not looking that bad. Like I say, considering the day, considering the temperature, considering the humidity, considering the amount of sweat that has come from every pore of my being today, I'm surprised that this hasn't like just completely melted off, especially because I haven't put any sort of powder or anything on. So this is 12 hours of wear. This is how it is looking on my skin. Let's zoom in, but you've been warned, 12 hours of wear. So yes, it is looking a little shiny sort of on my nose and like round sort of just down the centre of my face, but not even necessarily like across my forehead. I don't feel like it's looking that shiny or that like textured, like as if like the sweat that has come out of me today, it hasn't really affected it, which is a miracle. It is a miracle considering the day, but I think that this is still looking really good. I also do feel like I probably applied too much this morning. When I applied this morning. I put 2 pumps on the back of my hand and I used all of that when I was blending it out. And that's more than what I would usually do for an everyday. So I do feel like that is an important factor as well, because I probably have more on my skin than what I would normally have, than what I would normally wear. So considering that this is like a heavier layer than what I am probably used to, but like it hasn't like separated or gone funky or textured or anything. If I've got pasta sauce around my mouth, no I don't. I did just have to pick a nice bit of basil out of my teeth before I started filming, but I'm really surprised at how well this is looking. Like, yes, it is shiny, but it's not like separated. So, not necessarily a new favourite, but for like more of a glowy finish that like I'm definitely excited to try again tomorrow, and I will try and apply a little bit less of it. I think that this has gone very, very well. I'm very, very happy with how this is looking for the hottest day of the year since 1970 whatever, I don't know, I wasn't alive then, but that's what they keep referring to. So I would love to hear if you have tried this foundation, if you have seen this foundation anywhere, if you're going to pick it up, what do you think? What are your feelings? I want to know all of your thoughts down below. If you've tried the previous Lasting Perfection foundation, I think it was in a lighter pink bottle. I can't remember. I have tried it, but like I say, many moons ago. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was in a lighter pink. It had a lighter pink lid. I know their matte foundation has an orange lid. I still have that one. I very, very much enjoy that foundation. But this is definitely for more of a glowy finish. And like I say, I'm going to try it again tomorrow. I'm going to keep on trying this, obviously. But trying it with perhaps a slightly lighter layer, just to see if I prefer it that way, just to see my feelings, and also with a little bit of powder. I do definitely feel like, even now, I feel like this would take to a powder really, really nicely. I'll just go in with a bit of this one, which is also from Collection, and I've been showing this on camera recently. Just let me go off on a side quest here. I've been showing this powder quite a bit in my videos recently. I did not realise that that pattern that was coming through was me hitting the biggest pan in this powder. So there we go. It's time for me to purchase a backup of that one. But I do feel like just a little bit of a powder, even now, 12 hours in, would really, really sort of help my feelings on this foundation. I didn't necessarily feel as though I needed it earlier. I didn't feel as though I needed it when I first applied it. But if it's one that I can apply a powder to, yeah, like now the shine has gone from here, which this powder is very, very good at that, but it still looks glowy, it still looks natural. It doesn't look matte, it doesn't look like a matte foundation, but now it doesn't look greasy, you know? And even with 12 hours of wear, that little bit of powder over the top of it, and that's perfectly smooth. But like I say, this is an exceptional powder, so make of that what you will. But I would love to hear if you've tried this foundation, any other foundation from Collection. What have you tried? What are your thoughts? I want to know down below. I want to know if you've tried this powder, because I've been banging on about this powder for like a year, 2 years, I don't even know at this point. I absolutely love it, and if you have it as well, I need to know, because it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and clearly I've hit a massive pan on that one, and I need to pick up a backup because I can't be without that powder. It's fantastic. But that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.